guys, thanks so much for joining me. My name is Susan Timchak. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'd like to thank you for joining me tonight. Tonight, what I thought I would share with you is some little tricks and tips for using washi tape. Washi tape seems to be the big hit everywhere, whether it's for doing planners, card making, you can use it in scrapbook pages, so many different things. So I wanted to share with you just a few tips and a few projects that I did creating some fun cards using washi tape. Now the stamp set that I am focusing on with this video is our Cool Treats Suite, and there's our friend Dory. Come on, Doris. Find your little spot. And this is right now in a current occasions Stampin' Up! Catalog. Now this catalog is only good through the end of May 31st, 2017. So this is some accessories that coordinate with this Cool Treats Suite. Some of the items are going to be retired, which where you see the little R's, that means it's going to retire. Some items, unfortunately, are already sold out. So you'll want to check online through my store, which when I move this away, you'll be able to see that. You can check to see if any of the items are still available as far as the accessories. Now, the fun thing that I do want to let you know is Stampin' Up! Comes out with coordinated products that go with this. So this would be the stamp set, and it's called Cool Treats. It's item 1429.82, and it also has coordinating frozen treat framelit dies, which for these different ice cream cones and things, there are dies such as this to cut them out. Now, you know, it's a lot of fun to do fussy cutting, but a lot of us don't have a lot of time for that. So by using these framelit dies with the Big Shot machine, you can cut them out. You could stamp them, cut them out, and it makes it real quick and simple. You also can just take them, as the samples show here, you can take them and just stamp them right on the cardstock without cutting them out. So it's kind of like, you know, a lot of fun to play with, and I love this set. And the best part of this is that this Cool Treat set will be included in the new annual catalog that comes out in June. So here's the stamp set, and the stamp set comes with a lot of different stamps, and it's a photopolymer stamp set, so there's two different sets of stamps, and they are larger than they show on the cover here. So they are much bigger than the samples show you. And then in here are the Frozen Treats framelets. So what I wanted to focus on, that's really fun to play with, and I'm going to show you samples, like I said, later on using that. But there is coordinating washi tape, and again, I'm not sure if this is still available or not, but we have a lot of other products that come in different suites, and they do have coordinating washi tape. So this will coordinate with the stamp set along with some designer series paper that we have that comes in 12 by 12 if it's still available. But the stamp set and the framelit dies will be available. They may be sold out and on a back order, but they will be coming out when the new catalog comes out. So the washi tape that we have, there's basically 5 different washi tapes that come with this set. And what I like to do is I like to buy these binder clips that you can find at a supply store, or you can also find them at a dollar store, things like that. And because they all coordinate, I like to keep them together. So that's a little tip. You know, then if you have a pegboard or you have something where you can hang, or even little push pins or something, you can hang them up however, you know, you want to do your storage. So that's a great tip. And another tip is, and I did have a sample, but Dory, she's biting on my things here. But unfortunately, my buddy Dory kind of took my sample and giving her a little push here, and ran away with it. But the little bread ties, the plastic ones that you get with your bread, a lot of times we throw those away. But to repurpose them, what I like to do is to use them on the end of the washi tape. So if you had, let's just say that this is the little plastic tab, you can stick your little plastic tab right on there. So then next time you go to use it, you're not having to dig for where the beginning of the tape is. Your little plastic tag won't stick to it. You can take it off and use it, tear it, finish up what you're doing, and then go ahead and stick it back on there again. So that's another little tip, something for you to keep in mind, and something that doesn't send those little plastic bread tabs to the trash. So something else fun that you can do is I have a piece of scrap cardstock here. And what I'm going to do with this is, you can see that. Yep, you can. I'm going to take my washi tape. And again, if I had those bread tabs on here, that would have really saved me here some time. And you may hear some noise in the background because Dory's deciding she's going to play with the blinds. So I'm just going to, I'm using a silicone mat that Stampin' Up! We also have. And the reason I'm doing that is because I don't want it to stick to my table. Okay, so I'm going to go at an angle. When you're doing something like this and you're new at it, any kind of stamping or anything is always good to go at an angle. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and use the washi tape, just like this, align it up next to each other. All right, and there she goes. And just, you know, you can do this horizontally, you can do this across, you can do it, you know, straight up and down, however you want to do it. You can just go ahead and do that. Okay, just like that. So you will fill up the whole back of your piece of cardstock. Now you can fold it over, but sometimes that makes it a little bulky. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, let's pretend that this whole thing is filled in the background. I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to use my paper snips, and I'm just going to snip away all these little pieces, just like that. And just like this. Okay. And then you get your scissors all gunked up. You toss that to the side. And it's like sticky do everywhere. And you'll trim that all along there. All right. Well, you do a better job than I did. If you have any that kind of hangs over, then you go ahead and just put it to the back. Now you can even just do it like this. I'm kind of thinking I like this. Maybe do one more here. And then you can do some stamping on here and, you know, make a fun card out of this. So if I did that, and just for time's sake, I'm just going to fold it over. Now, how fun would that be to stamp a little something up here? You know, another fun idea is Stampin' Up! Currently is selling, and I'm looking for it on my turntable here. We have an ink, it's called Stays on Ink. This is also retiring if it's not sold out yet. And what you can do with this is you can stamp right on your washi tape with it. And because this is a solvent ink pad, you can use this right on the surface. I would just put it aside to dry, and you can actually stamp right on this. And after it dries, you won't have to worry about that wiping away. So, all right, we're just going to pretend that we did that. And let me show you some of the other things that I did with the washi tape. Now I have to, some of my little sprinkles on here are still drying because I just made these fresh for you. Let me move this out of the way. Oh, that made a mess underneath there. Let me rub that. I'm a little bit wanting this to be nice and clean for you. Okay, so here is a fun card. And what I did that same technique, except this one I did it this way. And on this card, I turned it this way. And underneath here is a piece of cardstock that I just covered all in the washi tape. Then I took a frame and I used our oval framelits, cut out an oval, and I used this stamp set with the little ice cream cones with the dies, and I cut them out. And then we also have these cute little sprinkles that I put on top of my ice cream cone because there's nothing like ice cream with sprinkles, right? So I think that turned out to be a really cute card just using the washi tape. So let's put that aside, and let me move that there. And let's look at another one. Okay, so the next card, here we go, is the same kind of thing with the washi tape, but I just took a piece of white cardstock. And again, if you use a colored piece of cardstock and made like stripes with the color coming through, that would be something really fun too. And I just used the white piece and layered it on top of the flamingo pink color. And I made this card out of it. See, my little sprinkles are still wanting to fall off, so I'm going to have to put them aside to dry. All right, so let's put that over there. Let me show you one more card that I did. Now this one, I took the washi tape and I just, well, I used scissors, but you can tear it very easily, and just put a couple of them through the center of the piece of cardstock, and then went ahead to tie a ribbon. And I took some of the Tombow glue that we have, and I just put little dots all over the front of the white cardstock. And I sprinkled on those sprinkles and kind of shook them off, and they're still in the process of drying. But I just think that that's a real cute card. I really love how that turns out. And so those are the cards. Let me move all these aside so we have room so you can see them all. Then, of course, we never want to forget our envelopes. So here's a plain envelope, and this is a Stampin' Up! Envelope, but look what I did. I took the envelope and I put the washi tape all across the back of the flap of the envelope. And I just love that. I think that if you were sending someone a card and, you know, they got that envelope that coordinates right with it, I mean, what fun is that? So those are the cards that I have to share with you. And just a few little tips for using washi tape, along with our Cool Treat stamp set and the Frozen Treat framelit dies and the whole Cool Treat suite by Stampin' Up! So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please be sure to give me a like and leave a comment below. And if you have any friends that you think would be interested in learning more about paper crafting, washi tape, or anything else stamping related, please be sure to share this with them. I'd really appreciate that. So thanks for joining me this evening, and I hope you have a super Stampin' Day, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.